I want to show you a new assistant that I built. Now, this is a pretty simple one, but it has some complex aspects to it that will make it more interesting for you. And this is a social media poster. It's designed to do all the social media at once from a spreadsheet of keywords. Now, that's a really simple concept in itself, but what if we want to make it more interesting? What if we want to make it so that each social media post has its own styling rather than just being a duplicate of the others? It's really simple to make one post and share it everywhere, of course, but to actually make one post and make it for LinkedIn and for Facebook and for Tumblr and for Google My Business means that we need to do something different. So I thought I'd just show you what I've been playing with today. So pretty simply, I have a spreadsheet with a whole pile of questions in it about AI agents. I then have some columns for LinkedIn, Facebook, Tumblr, and GMB, Google My Business. And that's my feeder sheet. Everything I want to do comes off that. This Google Sheets here is watching that, and it picks the next question, and then it sends it out to the next splitter, and it splits off through the router to the different sections, depending on where I'm seeing it. Now, depending on where it's going, so in this case, LinkedIn, depends on which assistant I call. So rather than just having a generic prompt that I'm putting in here, I'm actually using an assistant, and I'm calling the assistant through OpenAI. And the reason I'm doing this is because I realized that every time I made one of these, I was rewriting this prompt. Whereas if I create a really good assistant, all I need to do is update the assistant to make it better, and every single automation I built will get better results because it's using the same assistants. So in this case, when I go in here, you'll see that I am calling an assistant called LinkedIn Writer. And if I come over here, you can see here I've got my assistants, LinkedIn Writer. Write a LinkedIn post for 150 words about the topic, speaking directly to the reader, etc., etc., etc. So that's my full post with all my different things that I want it to do, such as don't use commas or don't use full stops or whatever you want it to do. It's totally up to you. Remember, it's your post. And then I've actually left these with GPT 4.0 mini because I don't want to use too many credits every time I run this. And I haven't really played too much with the temperature. I brought it down to 0.8. And the reason I've done that is to make it a little bit more creative. And if I want to, I can just click in here and do a test prompt. Okay. Now, when I run this, what happens now is the sheet will be read. It will share that to here. It'll go away to our assistant over here, then come back, put the result in the sheet, and then post it to LinkedIn. Pretty straightforward. And then once it's done that, it'll do the same thing again. It'll come down to the next row, and it will do it to the assistant for Facebook. In this case, I have a Facebook post assistant, which is slightly different writing. Remember, I can adjust this and make everywhere I call it do the same thing. So it saves me rewriting hundreds and hundreds of prompts when I get one good prompt. And then it saves it in sheets and away it goes. So essentially, if we press run once, we should get a result. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's gone up here, and you can see it's thinking now as it's writing. So it's gone away to the assistant. That's now gone in there, and I've had an error. Oh, that always happens. Missing value, okay. So pretty straightforward. Let's just go and fix that up. And we will get our result from there and save that. And that should solve the problem. So let's do it again. Hopefully that solves the problem. Problem is when you're playing with these things is you make small changes and you wreck them. So be careful when you make one that's really good. And there we go. That's gone to LinkedIn now. You can see that's actually done and it's worked. It's now working here on the Facebook one. Let's see if it feeds through to the Facebook one. Okay. Yes, it has. And now it's working on the GMB one, and I've cut it off here because I don't want it to post to my business because I don't want to make a mess of that. So let's go to Facebook and we can have a look and just refresh that. And there we go. Thinking about diving into the world of AI agents, you're not alone. It can seem a bit overwhelming at first, but I promise it's easier than it thinks, and so on and so forth. And that's our post written for us, nice and easy. And it'll be the same if we go to LinkedIn. So this idea of actually using different assistants came to me over the last couple of days because I was watching a few videos and I realized that I was reinventing the wheel every time I created a call to OpenAI to do some writing. And it meant that, yes, if I had to change it in one place because I came up with a better prompt, I'd have to go through and find all the other automations that I'd done. So this way I can just call this assistant that I've got, make the changes in here, and hey presto, this writes better. Seems like a simple idea, doesn't it? So good luck with that. Have a bit of fun. And if you do need an AI agent built for your business, or you would like this social poster for your business, please DM me or leave a comment below.